Well, Hawaiians remain performance is pretty solid up here in Canada. So physically, how are you feeling after that? We can see it on your face right now.
Yeah, I got some lumps and bruises. That dude's got a hard. My hands are a little sore. He's got a hard head, dude. The dude's head's like a freaking bowling ball.
You dropped him a few times, especially at the end of those rounds. Were you surprised that he was able to get back up from that damage? Because even between rounds, they would show him, and he was kind of zigzagging his way back to the bench.
Dude, I know. I had him so hurt. I hurt him in round 1. I hurt him in round 2 pretty bad. I saw him wobbling back to the corner. My coach, Eric, told me, he's like, look at that mother effer, look at him. And, it takes a lot out of you when you hurt a guy like that and just that adrenaline to go for the kill. And he's scrambly, dude. He's dangerous. And honestly, when that guy gets hurt, he's even more dangerous because he just keeps coming. I should have probably choked him out.
Well, I was going to ask about him being more dangerous. It seems like he was even throwing a lot of those up kicks at you, and you kind of were maybe struggling to kind of enter his guard, and it looks like a few of them even hit you. Did any of them connect at all? Because even the broadcast was like, those are coming up real close to your head.
Yeah, a couple. I don't know if that's what really did most of the damage. There was some, I got some little nicks from, random things, just, little punches off the break. I remember, getting a little cut over my eye and feeling the blood a little bit. But, man, what do you expect, dude? That guy's an animal, and he always comes to fight. It was a bit more of a war than I expected. I really did actually visualize that I was going to go out there and put him away. But, I got the win, and I'm happy with it.
Nate's also been known to, he talks a lot when he's fighting in there. Was he talking to you while he was fighting?
Very beginning of round 1, he came out, he said a couple things. I still don't know. I can't understand a word that dude says, but it's like Boomhauer. And then once I landed 2 clean shots, he didn't say a word after that. But he's tough, man. I respect the dude, and it's all fun. It's fun. You want to build up the fight and talk a little smack, but I respect him tremendously.
Well, you know how this goes. When do you want to get back in there? I know you probably want to do a little bit of healing first.
Yeah, a little bit of healing. I'm going back to Hawaii with my family on Thursday. Going to spend 10 days there with the fam. And just rest, recover, recharge. Man, dude, I've been fucking grinding my ass off since my last fight because I just want to be the best version of myself. And it takes a lot out of you, dude. You prepare so hard for one day, and I want to be better than that. I want to be better than what I've shown. And even though I did good things, I'm hard on myself. I'm my biggest critic, and I want to be better. But becoming better comes with taking time off and just healing up and recharging my soul and my mind.
So last one for me. At what point in your recovery and time off do you actually sit down and look at possible opponents, or do you just let everyone else focus on that and you just wait for the names to present it to you?
I always do a little game planning in my head. I'll look 3 fights ahead always, even though you focus on one. Realistically, I'm thinking. I think in threes. I like to think. Who's next? Who's down the line? You look at guys like Bryce Mitchell, or then a win over Bryce Mitchell. What's next after that? You look at a guy like Ortega or someone, because you want to build. You want to climb the ladder, but you never know, man. Guys get hurt. They get shelved. Guys don't want to fight certain guys. Timing doesn't work. So I just kind of wait and see what happens, and hopefully we'll get another one booked. Quarter 3, but I said to myself that my second half of this year is going to be my best half of the year, so I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 more this year for sure.
You said 2 names. What's the third name?
Well, I was thinking Landwehr. Landwehr was the first one, but yeah, now I got to add 1 more to that.
Dan, back-to-back wins for the first time since 2020. Is there a bit of weight lifted off your shoulders? I know, again, you talked about this being sort of, reminding the division that you're here and all this stuff, and I know you're a big critic, but you must enjoy that a little bit, that there's probably a little bit less pressure just with 2 wins now.
For sure, man. I've done great things in the past. I put together long winning streaks, and that's what it's all about, man. At the end of the day, it's the wins are what matter. People could fight, talk a lot of crap, and get one big win and move themselves into position. But, I'm all about fighting and staying active. And, when my career is said and done, I'll be the guy that, this company's built around, the guy that just goes out there, fights anyone and everyone, and I always come to fight no matter what. I have a heart of a lion, and I'm in this, man. I have the capability to be one of the best fighters in the sport.
Whose idea was it to wear the Vancouver Grizzlies jersey? You won some people over with that.
Eric.
Oh, was Eric? Okay.
No, he was very thoughtful. I was grinding, dude. I was in the ice bath and sauna. I wasn't thinking anything about that. Then he shows up to the gym one day with the Vancouver Grizzly jersey with my name on it. No, he sent it to me on Instagram. I thought it was a GIF, and he said, "All you, Bubba." Then he comes to the gym wearing it. I was like, "Where's mine?" He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "This, I don't know, whatever." I'll let him tell the story. But yeah, I was a little salty, but he let me wear it, so we got some fans.
Had you ever seen the Grizzlies play? Because they're like, it's sort of a sour thing here that they had to leave and move and everything, but a lot of people love the jersey. It's still like one of the popular selling jerseys, even though they haven't been around.
Sick color, dude. I really love the color scheme. But if I'm being honest, I can't tell you. I can't name you one player. The people are saying Brian Reeves, but it said 50K Ige on it. It had the 50 on it, but it said Ige. But yeah, shout out to Brian Reeves or whatever his name is.
And just last one for me. How was the overall experience in Vancouver? You talked about on Media Day how much you enjoyed it, but now looking back, what are your thoughts on the city?
Dude, I loved it, to be honest. I got here on Tuesday. I wish I would have came a little earlier, but this is all about business. I come up here just to, do my job. I fly back early in the morning, unfortunately, so I won't have too much time to go venture off, but I would definitely love to come back here with my family and just, enjoy nature, go up to the mountains, go hiking, jump in a river somewhere, fight a grizzly bear. I don't know, whatever you do up here.
Dan, just a quick one. If you got fight of the night, do you want your 50K in Canadian dollars or US?
What's the answer there? Probably not. I want $100,000. I want to be $100,000, Dan.
Right here, Dan. How bad would you like to fight on a UFC card in Hawaii? We've seen Bellator put on cards over there. Do you think it's time that the UFC get over there and put on a show?
I want to lobby for it, But you had the biggest fighter, the biggest star from Hawaii, Max Holloway. He's still lobbying for it, but it's time, man. And honestly, right now is the perfect time. Max isn't like they could do a fight night over there. It doesn't have to be a big pay-per-view. They could do a fight night. They did the Virgin Hotel. They did North Carolina. It doesn't have to be a huge arena. But if they did a UFC fight night, Holloway could headline it. I could co-main event it. You could stack it with Puna Soriano, Brad Tavares. Dude, we got so many good fighters from Hawaii, and oh my gosh. Mike Malott, let's go, baby.
Thanks, Dan. Talk to me about your jab and how important it is in the foundation of your overall game. It was on money tonight, and it was landing very early.
The jab?
Yeah.
Yeah, the jab. The jab's one of my best weapons, and I knew I knew that they knew that coming into this fight, and they had some good counters off the jab. They wanted to throw the right hand off my jab. He was awkward. He was long, but I did find a home for it. You always want to do more. I always wanted to throw. I wanted to throw it a little bit more, but I'm going to keep refining it and keep sharpening that tool, and it's going to give a lot of guys problems.
It was tough tonight, though. Nate was right in your face pretty much all the fight, even after you dropped him.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, he's a zombie. I don't know. He should probably change his name, to the Zombie or the Walking Dead or something. I don't know. Just something along those lines.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, guys.